Welcome back, everybody. Very, big weekend when you think all things considered. It's a short weekend, but it's a very important weekend with a lot going on. Yeah, it's championships. We gotta get, the ARCA Menards West Series, is done and over with after this weekend, along with the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series, all done until the clash at the Coliseum. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into all of that. Excuse me. And it's amazing, just to think that we're finally here. As it started all the way back as a dream in February, yet here we are in November, and we're finally to the championship weekend. I'm excited for it. Hopefully, you guys are excited for it. Before we get into it, just want to say it is very amazing, and I want to shout out, good old Smoke and Tony Stewart finishing second by pretty much nothing in his first ever NHRA drag race. And everyone can say he's in really good equipment. Of course he did, but look how many people get put, excuse me, in really good equipment, no matter what the racing series, and do absolutely nothing with it. So, congratulations to him on that. And shout out to Noah Gregson for being the one to finally admit that he doesn't like Ty Gibbs, that is. And no one really does. So, thank you, Noah, for finally saying the quiet part out loud. I've been waiting for it for a very long time. What does he have to lose? Nothing is the correct answer to that. So that was a good way to start it all off. And everyone, if you're listening to this, wondering why they're in their fire suits to do that, why are in their fire suits to do all kinds of things. And they have them in their fire suits during the big thing. All the sponsors could make all the sponsors can be seen then. And that's the way they've really always done it, as far as I remember. But answer that question, because I saw it on some form of social media in the comments section. And by the way, F1, for the love of God, how many times do you need to take a week off? You only have two more races left. You had a giant summer break. And from Texas to Mexico, you could have went down to Brazil, even though it's looking quite sketchy down there right now. So we'll see what happens with that. But, you know, didn't need to take more weeks off, because then you can go from Brazil over to Abu Dhabi, no problem, to end the season. Like, you could have done it without making me have another week off. Ugh. But finally, get into the stuff happening this weekend. Again, it's at Phoenix. I haven't gotten to watch the Phoenix races live. Like, there's been DVR races and stuff for a while, and then there's time where I didn't have TV, so I don't think I've actually seen a race on the new configuration live. Yeah, before this season, obviously, but I haven't seen a fall race in a while just because of how everything worked out in my life. I'm really excited for it. I like what they did to the track personally. A lot of passing zones. It's just a good little track. And don't worry, everyone. I don't think Ross Chastain. I think anyone will try to do that. I don't think it'll actually work there. Not sure, but time will tell. I don't think we're going to see it, though. Hopefully, no one does that. That was a crazy move to get him where he had to be. Shouldn't have worked. It did. And he got where he had to be. I don't think we're going to see that for a while. But again, ARCA Menards West Series, last race. It's the Desert Diamond Casino West Valley 100. That's a mouthful. And going into it, Jake Drew is up 56 points over Tanner Reif in second. And Cole Moore is third at minus 57. I'm just excited for the race itself. So I think they put on better races than most people give them credit for. Granted, no one really ever gets to see them, because how often are they live? It's normally the see you next week thing at like a 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon on USA, which means no one gets to see it. So excited, very happy. You guys get a chance, check it out. Should be a good race whenever it is on. And then that gets us finally to the big guys. Again, I know, finally, like we just started, but the Truck Series, Lucas Oil 150. Tonight at 10 p.m. on FS1. By the way, that was a dick move. 10 o'clock. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that one. But again, there's other sports on, so I get it. We all get it. Should be a good race, though. I mean, like, it really, really should. If you don't, I mean, set your DVRs. We'll go with that. As it is that late, it means it's probably going to go to around midnight. Yeah, depending on, because there's stage breaks and there's a lot of cautions and all that. Quick race, but if anything stupid happens, so set your DVR. You can always watch it tomorrow morning. Not a bad thing to do. You could also watch wrestling with Jesse Rosinski, who had their show. If you're a wrestling fan, do it in the pre-show for Crown Jewel tomorrow. So if you didn't know I did that, there's that. You could watch the truck race and listen to this beautiful voice talk about Crown Jewel. Good times. But Johnny Sauter's in the race in the 0-2. I'm very excited to see that. It's just weird not seeing him on the track all the time just because he's been there for so long. But excited to see what he can do. And Raja Caruth is driving in the 7 truck. I really am intrigued to see what he can do because that's a good racer right there. That kid, he's got it. It's just can everything work out, hold together, luck work on his side. Because luck has not been his friend, in a bunch of races. But super talented. Really excited to see what the future holds for him. His teammate got the championship in the ARCA Menard series, but he was right there all season until the last couple races where just a bunch of stuff didn't go his way. Super talented. Excited to see what he could do next year and see how many more opportunities he gets in the series outside of the ARCA Menards. So I think he's super talented. But 2021, when they ran here, Tom Majeski wasn't even in the race, according to all the results I looked at. Zane finished 5th. Ben Rhodes finished 3rd. And Chandler Smith won out of the championship guys right now. Majeski has, like the momentum going into it, winning 2 out of the last 3. The only one he didn't win was Dega. And momentum is a big thing, especially as smaller tracks. We'll go small-ish tracks there, but he's on a roll. He went from not winning, a race to getting 2 out of the last 3, which is really big. And momentum is a huge thing. But as you heard right there, there's other 3, people last year that he's competing with. One of them won. One of them finished 3rd. One of them finished 5th. So no matter what, this one's going to come down to it. Zane, I hope personally gets it just for finishing 2nd, 2 straight seasons now, and the fact that'd just be great to see, front row and them finally get it after being so close. And so I hope Zane Majeski has momentum, but Chandler Smith is good there. And again, he's run up front. Had a couple sketchy weeks here and there, but he's been up front. I just don't think it's going to be Ben Rhodes just because he has not shown any consistency as of late. He's the guy that barely, squeaked, through the playoffs. And that's nothing against him. He's had a hell of a season. He's former champion. It's just, this momentum isn't on his side. And again, momentum is a really big thing, no matter what anyone thinks. So that's where it is right there. I personally hope Zane, Walter personally hopes for, Zane, but we think Chandler has a really good spot and momentum again is on Ty's side. But Zane is our personal pick for hope. And I just Chandler I think is going to be the other big one. No offense to Ty or Ben. I just think it's going to be one of those 2 guys. Especially it'd be great to see Chandler do it going out and get it done. Get one more for KBM on the way out the door. So we'll see how it works out again tonight at 10 on FS1. If you don't want to be, I'm going to be up that late anyway. Like, we don't go to bed until forever. So watch it, record it, watch it tomorrow. Really, it's going to be a great race no matter what. The Truck Series puts on some of the best races you'll see if you never get to watch it. There's a lot of races they put on better races than the top 2 series, even though I think Xfinity is way closer. They have so many big teams that there's a lot of guys right there all together. It's the same cast. I just, I don't know. I personally can't pick one between those 2 as to who's the better series, but it's going to be good. It's the last race of the season. If you're a racing fan, you just want to see some, turn it on and record it. It won't hurt anything. Gets us to the Xfinity Series Championship. That's literally the name of it, guys. Saturday, 6 p.m., I believe on USA. Don't quote me on that. Entries. We get Parker Ritzleff in the 0-2 again. I'm excited to see. Again, I just like him. He's a talented young kid. See what he could do at Phoenix. Brandon Poole in the 6. Glad to see he got another ride. Joe Graff Jr. is in the 07 this weekend. Brandon Brown's back in the 08 this weekend, not his family's. Sammy Smith's in the 18. Kaz Grall's in the 26. Raja Caruth in the 44 again, so that's good to see. Nick Sanchez in the 48. Again, they're teammates in the ARCA series. They dominated for most of it. Good to see them both in there. And if we go into earlier this year, Noah won the race Josh Berry finished third, Ty Gibbs finished sixth, and Justin Allgaier finished 10th. I'm putting money on Noah. Walter picked Noah. Obviously, it's clear as day. Noah. He's just got the momentum. He's been too damn fast. And, finished second in the spring, Brendan Jones. So, granted, I don't see them giving him a very good car this weekend because they don't seem to like people that are leaving because they get, go on to other opportunities when Gibbs couldn't do anything for them. Kyle Busch, he was mentioning it. RCR can find him sponsors. No way in hell Gibbs couldn't. Just my personal feelings, but we'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to tie no matter what. I think he's just pissed off too many people uh, for it to be, a good thing for him. And again, Noah's like won it in the spring. He's on a roll. Like, look how many races he's won since then. He was just going, going, going. Allgaier, hasn't shown the most consistent speed to be, at least he's up there in contention to win. It's just he's never got the speed that other guys have. Josh Berry is good. Yeah, I can see him. This is his type of. This is his wheelhouse, in my opinion. Again, Noah's been the fastest one of all. You got to be a crazy person to not pick Noah if he doesn't win. I hope it's anyone but Ty. It'd be great. I mean, it'd be great to see Allgaier win it. Don't get me wrong. I love Justin Allgaier. He's great for the sport. He's great for the Xfinity Series. He's great for Judy Motorsports. There's not really much bad that ever comes out about him. So I would love to see him get it. I just don't think that anyone's stopping Noah. Been too good the whole entire season to not win the damn thing. We will see. I could be completely wrong on all this, man, Walter, but anyone that watched any of it, he's way too good. So I'd like to say otherwise. This would be good again to see Josh Berry get one or Allgaier get one, but money's on Noah. He's just too damn fast, and he's in his zone, and he really doesn't like Ty Gibbs. So that works for me too. Every time Ty gets mad that we call him Silver Spoon, he says he wants to earn everyone's respect. He goes and does something stupid like that, and then everyone hates him, and then he gets all butthurt again. Stop driving like an ass. At least Noah told the truth finally. You got to give him that much of an NCD interview. And what? I just don't like him. I think at one point I heard him do another interview where he said he was speaking for, when no one likes him, I'm just going to be the one to actually say it. Like, no, that happens when you drive like an entitled prick. People don't like you. Hopefully he doesn't win the championship. Still curious as to how they haven't announced him going to the 18 next year in the Cup Series either. Well, unless they're really having that hard of a time finding sponsors for things like that should have been made a long time ago. I felt that what they're going to do with any of it, unless I missed it. I don't think I did, but we'll see. Please, God, Noah, whoever you are, just don't let Ty win the championship. Amen. Cup Series Championship. That's what it's called. Sunday, 3 p.m. AJ's in the 16 again this weekend. Landon Castle's in the 77 for the last time because Ty Dillon's going to drive it full time next year, which makes absolutely zero sense to me. Well, I mean, we all know how he got the ride. I don't understand it. Why would you want to? I mean, he's done nothing, but we all know why he keeps getting these chances. So hopefully Landon has a good run in the last time, but never mind. Everyone's finished in the spring race. Ross finished second, Chase Briscoe winning. And then Logano was eighth. Chase Elliott was 11th. Christopher Bell was 26th. So no one was really near him. Me and Walter said Logano early, but pushing towards Logano. Momentum is with Christopher Bell. Ross ran the best out of all of them, but I don't think the cars were, are as good as they were back then. Like when he was up there. He's still very consistent. He's got one of the best finishes, average finishes. I think he's second in the whole series for the year, but he hasn't been like showing that crazy winner speed. Granted, all the momentum after everything, I know they're putting everything into this last race, so we'll see how it goes. But momentum's with Bell, and I hate to say it, Logano's been the most, I'd say, consistent in the playoffs. There hasn't been a win and in. He's just been there, and he got a win, and he's done it before the championship. But yeah, I mean, I hate to say it. I just don't think that the how do I put it? That Ross is gonna I just don't think he's gonna win it. I'd love to see him win it. It'd be a great story, but the cars just haven't been there. We can all agree on that, no matter how you think about them. You're a fan, you hate them. We can all be honest and say that Trackhouse's cars haven't been up to scratch with everyone else the last little bit here. And Joey just won a race. Chase has looked off the last couple of weeks, barely getting in. Look how, I mean, it's just, he hasn't looked Chase like there. And then Bell did what he had to do to win, to move to advance. So never, never say that they can't. It'd be great to see him get it. I'd be okay with that. I just think Connell's been the most consistent, I guess, in the playoffs. Granted, all of Christopher's bunch of that wasn't even his fault, so I can't fault him at that. He got put in those situations by bad luck and other people being idiots, named Bubba, for example. But I don't know. I'd love to see him do it. I don't think he is going to. I think he's going to be right up there and in the mix of things. Don't get me wrong. And I would love to see Christopher Bell get it. But I don't know. It's just been so hit and miss. And I'd say, again, Joey Logano's been the most consistent throughout the playoffs and his cars. He hasn't had any, major malfunctions with his cars either, which is the big one. He's had really good reliability out of all of that. Toyota's had their power steering stuff. Like there's been all kinds of stuff. We've seen a lot of tire issues too. I hope that's not a problem going into this, but Walter picked, said Logano or Elliott, but pushing towards Logano. And I have to agree with that. We will see though. Christopher Bell, he's dangerous. So it's possible again, though, just Ross hasn't been consistent enough, I'd say, in the playoffs, even at places where he should excel to get there. Time will tell because he finished second in the spring, but a lot of teams have caught up to them since then. So again, we'll see it all. I'm excited for it. Again, 3 p.m. Sunday for that race. Damn, tonight at 10 p.m. for the truck race, last race of the season, and tomorrow at 6 for the Xfinity Series. So hopefully just nothing too stupid happens. It's really all we can hope for. Hopefully it doesn't come down to being a tire game where just people are blowing tires left, right, and differently. Hopefully it's not anything stupid like that. I'd like to see it come down to the racing. Hopefully no one takes anyone out being an idiot, because that'd be a garbage way for them to end the season. The championship gets decided that way as well. So we'll see. By the way, 10 p.m. is a dick move. Whoever decided that one, I appreciate. I know SmackDown will be over. I bet you more people will watch truck race than watch AEW Rampage, because Rampage is sketchy to say the least. But we'll see. And don't forget, I'm also going to put YouTube shorts out. So again, if you're not on the YouTube channel, subscribe, follow along on there, because I do a lot of shorts, and I'm going to do one going over every single series playoffs going into it, just to give everyone clear perspective going into each race. You can share those out for me and like them as well. And I'll be back on again Monday to go over everything, and I'm going to do some stuff on Kyle Busch's run with Gibbs being over. A lot of stuff to discuss now that it's going to be all done. So please, again, follow the YouTube channel if you don't. Follow along on all the listening platforms if you don't. All of it helps me, helps get more eyes and ears on everything, which helps everybody. So still can't believe we're saying it's the end of Kyle's era at Gibbs. It doesn't look like they put any effort. I just can't believe I'm saying it. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Again, subscribe to the YouTube thing. That helps immensely. And just get stuff there. And if you're not, you'll miss out on a lot of shorts if you're not on there when I talk about all kinds of stuff. So check it out. Follow along. Thank you for watching. And until next time, my friends, enjoy the racing. Peace.